old content. So what I got on this week? I did win last week's pony vehicle. So I didn't win it. I usually said if I didn't win the pony vehicle, it's rigged. I didn't win it, means it was rigged. It was rigged against me. That's just a free t-shirt. I can't spin the podium. It's like this week's pony vehicle. It's not really worth bothering. Let's be realistic. This vehicle was good. This week's podium vehicle is absolutely trash. And I wasn't too pleased with Rockstar, you know, winning it. So the safe are like $4 million. On the presser. I'm going to have it showing you the pedal bigger first today, see that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and that's the new bike was added last week. Don't know how good it is around the circuit yet, so that's interesting. But I know how good the new vehicle is on the circuit was added this week. We'll see if I think the new vehicle is basically a myth. As you see with the car, here we are. And it's a crap pony vehicle.
Lucky escape.
Come check out the new vehicle on the podium. You can win it with just a spin on the lucky wheel.
And it's a terrible vehicle. So we don't bother. What's got speed? Let's burn it around that. 22 minutes fastest. Then I didn't win the pony vehicle. So that thing, they will don't go
At the tables is too hot for your blood, cool down in the infinity pool located on the roof deck.
Right, and first sale. Is bunkers. Bunkers are on sale. 40% off. All the bunkers. Or the customization. Is on sale. Bunker is by far the best one for a solo player. So it's literally raids with all the security upgrades. Basically, you don't get them if you got all the upgrades. So you have to have $300,000 like actually in your bunker. So if you have $300,000, you won't get raids. You have the security upgrades. My bunker's never been raided ever. To the solo play, you can only sell a gun. The best way to do it is to just set bar to empty. It'll be around 140,000, and then do a sell machine. So if you sell it to Los Santos, you get like 220,000. Did you get cash boot? Piece of cash for selling it to Los Santos. With the split that if you just want business to show in the background, the bunker's by far the best. And you're going to get into it a good week. A good time. Doesn't want to do anything. You'll get into it later. So I do sales first. This Jeep thing here, and you actually get the trading price basically from the Caprio Heights. But if you haven't got the trading price like me today, I don't personally see it. First in getting the trading price of this vehicle, it will now be 825,000. If you have, it's $618,750. But it's slow. It's a slow vehicle. There's no performance. It's the slowest off-road vehicle in its class. Yeah. And that's week's podium vehicles. I didn't win. I can't think of it. That's what makes I win the podium vehicles. Oh, this useless vehicle. This is a standard one. So this one's on sale for $1,065,000. For the weaponized version. But it's basically useless. In personal opinion, I wouldn't buy it at all. The APC. This has a trade price from doing a gun running special mission. Well, you're not then face stealing the surprise. Basically, it's the way red on top. It takes the stealing the surprise, so it's not really worth it personally. But if you haven't got the trading price, it's $1,855,350. If you have, like me, it's now $1,395,000. But it can go on the water. It can go in the water, not underwater. I would say in the water. Where's the next sale? So people say 50 meters of festive gifts. That's not on sale. It's about the reels or it's a festive gift. Of course, they're probably on there. Do it on a different website. Yeah, think it's on here there. Is actually the 4x4 version of the previous pickup truck. It's the same vehicle. It's the one with the gun on the back. The only difference is you drop the gun. This one's standard version. It's on sale for $525,000. Very, very unreasonable, personally, if you ask me. Should be cheaper than that. And there's a really goodish rate car, but who uses do rate car races really? Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. 70 vehicle. Where are you? Those vehicles are free as your returning player, so. I have no idea where it is. It's not on the other website, sure. That'd just be a pain in the ass. It's Rockstar. They like being as annoying as possible. That's why they put certain vehicles in the wrong class. Yep, well, I found a new vehicle. Things that you need to know. Maybe it's like on the ramp, you can actually put another car on there, but the car will not stay. You start driving off, it's just going to roll off. And the customization is not very good from what I've seen, from my own personal opinion. I'm not going to spend $1,310,000 on a vehicle I don't even like. This is hideous. And it's completely off the pace. You're going to get anywhere facing it, so who's going to use it in a race? Let's be realistic. Yeah, the one must be on here. Go in here all this. Here we are. The GB200. That's how I'm going to refer to it. That's what I always refer to it as. Yep, and it's on sale for $562,000. And bunkers and bunker relations are also on sale. And bunker sale missions, where you actually go running products, you're gonna get double. So like you're the best business in the game, and plus you're getting double. So it's basically passive business. So. And out. Up for same mode. Go. Yep, so basically or Bunker Series adversary modes, or Domain and RP. And they're not the only ones. The Diamond Series adversary modes. So it's an actual casino on this very floor by Kazakhstan. Award, Domain and RP. And all of the... Finally, there's one more special set. Was also...
I keep it real. What are you gonna do? Sue me for it? Oh wait, she already did.
I don't it doesn't. There is no tourist trying to surf off for some stupid reason to this. Where are they? Why can't I just make a section for stuff that's just all my LP? I've been asking for that for years, but no. So that's proof the Rockstar do not listen to the player base. So there'd just be a section in your job session would be just on LP, and you could just go there, you could be able to see then what's on LP instantly. Or having to go through all these crap modes that never even played. Who the hell even plays DOS under that? And that was the Havaji Howie mode. Yep, and the missile based series are also WLP on all of its maps. Yep, so going to Semissions, so playing you WLP, the Bunker series, Embassy modes, playing WLP, the Diamond series A modes are paying your WLP. And the missile base series of adversary modes are paying you Domain LP. So there's 4 different things you can do to get Domain LP this week. Obviously, if you got a bunker, it's going to run in the background anyway, so it does that by itself. So I'm showing you sales stuff. I tell you, I'm still making money. Oh yes, and Pin races and the time trials, but obviously I can't show you the Pin racing time trials. I mean, doors, just Rockstar stupid, and they make so you can't. So I'm gonna have to go into path mode because I'll probably get blown up since I got the door. Because people are just stupid and they want to get themselves put into bad sport. When they're in a bad sport, they won't like it. So I actually saw this YouTube video. Somebody actually managed to get himself by blowing up some of these new Fabrios like 25 times, and he had to spend a day in bad sport. And he put it as a YouTube video actually on his channel, so you can actually see what a my day bad sport lobby's like. And there was one person who'd been there for over 2 years now in bad sport. So in there, people they just blow each other up. So basically, they get in there and do the exact same things. Well, got in bad sport when they're in bad sport. So that increases the time they have to spend in bad sports. So just getting there for longer and longer. And there's one person around Mike who said he'd been there for 4 months. So he said it's not worth it. You're going to bad sports. You literally war zones. a YouTube channel for it.
I'm trying to get my
Juicing is
Hey, I actually got it was just a random video where I clicked on just pass the time during this lockdown.
I heard that boss is great. You gotta go in with me. Yeah, I heard that. No, for sure.
Now we just gotta find the time trial.
Well, Sophie dates a guy that lives on a boat in Del Perro somewhere.
it's so hard.
And here's the epitome race. It's
No traffic. So cliche.
it's cutting corners.
Can't wait. Later, babe.
Originally made by Bruffy1322. But this is not his test version of the track. This is an older version track. And it's a supercar race. And this is a premium race. $20,000 is required to enter.
I'll totally set you up.
The winner gets 100,000. Second place gets 30,000. And third place gets 20,000. Yeah, that's right. And you get 3 times RP to compete. And this is a premium race. It's set to non-contact, but switching is still turned on. But if you're doing a regular race and it's set to non-contact, there'll be no switch stream. So it's a lot of people don't know that. Yep. To the premium race, you've got to wait 14 minutes before you can pick another one if you manage to win. You should pick the person with his Krieger.
All you gotta do is lay off carbs, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, you can pick as many as you want this week, but there's no guarantee you're going to win them all. You use $20,000 if you don't make it top 3. Yeah, now just got through all this annoying mess to find the stupid time trials.
Oh, sure.
Someone said, oh yes, we're working very hard to clean the map up so you can find it for you. The simple truth is, they have not.
I'm still trying to find Mr. Right, but these fools are so wrong lately.
This map is terrible.
Yeah, I heard that.
You get icons and stuff that people haven't played for years. Oh my goodness, I actually found the RC time trap. And it hasn't took me 12 hours. It should take 12 hours, but that's the sarcasm. Yep, and the RC for doing a virtual car time trial, you've actually got to own the RC to virtual car to actually compete in it. So it's like a $1.3 million paywall. Just so you can do a time trial. If you beat the time trial's time, you only get $100,000. So it take you like 15 weeks to make money back just from this time trials. But you can only get $100,000 once per week. If you did time trial again and beat time, you just get $1,000, so it's not really worth it. Now we gotta go and find a regular time trial what could literally be anywhere. And I've beaten a car complete price 3 times solo. Where are you, time trial? See, this is a problem with all this junk on the map. They should just go through and just get rid of some of these old symbols, like death matches. How many players actually play death matches? Ah, and here's the good time trial. The LSIA time trial. Where does measure stand for? Sounds like a government secret organisation to me. Now, you can't use any jet-powered vehicles. When you supercars like the Krieger, the Prior's spoiler is broken still, so it'll just bug out. So the Prior's basically off limits. But you got the Terry Detroit, and you've got the new Terry. Just one with the bugged spoiler, but But that's only going down to what you get ish. You can put a regular spot on it. Or you can use something like a Barty or usually drag. But if you beat the time, you'll get $100,000. But just at the RC time trial, you're only getting $1,000 once. Yeah, time again you're just going to get $1,000. Yep, and that's basically everything. Ow. Yeah, I did win the podium vehicle last week. I got into the last spin tomorrow and I landed on cash. $50,000. I mean yesterday. Yesterday, so that was a $4 million spin basically. I should show you the vehicle. It was actually on the podium, and I was very peed off for rocks off. Just it looked like one point. It looked like basically it stopped, and then suddenly it just swung at it for technically it had stopped. To tell you, I should have won the podium vehicle yesterday. So it had to tell you, on my screen, it had stopped, and it suddenly just shot across onto the $50,000. So I've got suspicion that somebody actually rigged it. And here we are. This was the car. Well, I was basically cheated out of winning when it was on the podium. And it cost $3,660,000. I also basically cheated me out of that. Because it basically stopped and played and it shot through it and did it multiple times when I got near to play the podium vehicle. So basically, I personally think somebody else against basically rigged it the last 2 seconds to stop me from winning this podium vehicle. A lot of players are saying, a lot of players again, I'm claiming players have been using this to troll them. Now they're going to pay this. It's special at 2, but it was the Hydras. Right at the start, it was a tank, buzzards. People just ran people with cars right at the start. Detail line basically hasn't changed. It's like 8 years. It's still basically the same when it comes to how the players treat each other. And I've got live evidence of yesterday's spin. Tell you, was it cheated out of that vehicle? I'm gonna find £1 billion just to drop out of thin air. That's the odds that Russell did cheat to stop you from winning that vehicle. I mean, they come out of thin air. I mean, just magically appear by magic. Like for things like those children's films, they use magic and stuff to make things of it. That's the odds that they did cheat to stop me from winning a pony vehicle. That's the odds, and those odds are like 0. You can't manage to appear out of finesse.
Why haven't we heard?
Oh yeah. See what interesting you might want as you are. Said I'm quite sure to show that 1,124. So you sort of like roughly around 1,000 levels higher now since he's had his issues with his count. Without CEO apartment thingy, what's massive on rock doesn't. So I basically think doing what they did was a bit wrong. They could have just took the money away. Because basically it wasn't his first offence.
Your bleed about the movie was
I don't know how many years he's probably been playing this game just as long as I have. So CG Man has. You can tell by how he talks about the game. He's been playing for years. I wonder if they fixed the friend issue. According if any of them are alive. Huh. There used to be a time when you were so much higher than me, but not anymore. Huh. There's that many ranks in it. Yep, so now we're going to find a new session. So it's in the middle of nowhere. We're talking about the casino, but Daisy's still in the middle of nowhere. Let's be realistic here. And how it managed to find a shotgun, and how it managed to find out person in 3 room who's passed out drunk, so you can get this golden gun thingy from the island. Yep, so we don't know how fast the new car submarine thing is with its boots and everything, and we don't know how fast good the new off-road bike is. So, there's only 2 vehicles in the game, was new in the game, we don't know how good they are. Hopefully if we get the bike test into it. I don't see it beating the BF100. It doesn't feel that fast than the actual. Really? Right, let's try this. Go new session, new session, new session. Just that actually did something yesterday. That actually managed to do something.
How's it going?
And some of the English Dave missions are don't work. So I got one yesterday where you wanted me to take out some dirty clothes thingies, some have on the iron. But the closed location basically didn't show up on the map. There was basically nothing on the map. So I just had no idea where I had to go to get the thing. To get the alpha things that he needed. So how the heck am I supposed to do it? How the heck are people supposed to complete that mission? If it doesn't tell you where you've got to physically go. And to my bunkers now paying out, though that's the reason why I've got 100,000. But you can actually go around about 280,000. You can sell plan when it's double-ish. I think the full amount we can actually sell is like normally it's about 170,000, but that's but the best way to sell is just let the bar supply throw it down and then do your sell. So you don't risk it going up for the max of the limit. Why is it? Why are they guys putting me in a solo session?
Over here, you.
It's normally sometimes I just get new session. Normally sometimes I get put in a solo possession sometimes. Yeah, I dare say my nightclub's getting near the point where I have to do a sale mission. Yeah, but there's been no conspiracy about something that Rockstar Games is doing. Going around the community. Just knowing this is confirmed, I'm not really getting into all this conspiracy stuff. Ah, see? Me and one other person. What level is this guy at? Why am I going to this? Oh, it's 2 of the people. Level 24 level. Because I could still a nightclub sale yesterday, because I don't. So I wasn't expecting to get a bugged out English Dave mission. But it really peed me off. Just once you start the mission, you can't go in any other building, so you can't go inside your arcade to check the vault. Which you can't do anything. The only choice you have is you used to go to New York to try and find a new session. Yeah, so yesterday's stream was basically a total nightmare. Cheated out of a new vehicle for free. Glitched out missions. So I said in the stream when I decided to go and play some more back. Do another playthrough off camera from Vampire or Vampire. A game I've already done that I thought through one already, so some bits are a bit creepy, but I feel it's a good game, personally. But fortunately there is a new game plus, so you can't get through max out your character. But it's kind of weird. For so yeah, the yellow circle thing on the map. So you get a blue little circle thing put on the map. Some near could think that would be where your guy is, who's basically passed out drunk. It will happen at like one of these clubs. Plus I think it's bugged because I've managed to get it spawning, and I've been a lot of time through them just trying to do no free ice missions. So I actually think it's bugged. It would surprise me because I've managed to get it to appear once. It's just really a random event what happens in freeway. But it's so bizarrely annoying. I thought we were ready to see, right? I guess not. Now what you want to do is you don't want to let all these things fill up too much. If you do, you're going to waste your time. It's the way that's possible that way. So letting the whole thing just fill up. You know you can sell the whole nightclub for just one vehicle.
All right, so
what we got? The buyer's people want to keep an eye on this. They're going to guide you from a helicopter. Go out, meet them, and signal you're there with a flare. Then follow the chopper and look out for their signal for where to make the drop. It's simpler than it sounds.
And I've got the best delivery vehicle in the game for doing these stealth missions. It's faster than it's got a massive minigun on the back. And this is the only one I think you find for these vehicles that you can actually customise the tyres. Even the longer, it might be slightly fast. The biggest vehicle might be slightly faster, but it's way bigger, so it's way harder to turn. Unfortunately, we still can't use these actually vehicles for government stealth missions. This is way more better. So if you can use like a surge picker for doing weapons, they actually just gave you this. You can actually use this. So I've got a minigun for me, the driver, can control. Where's the flare? Oh, this is easy. What is going now? Really real car. So I thought he'd be going the other way. So I'll be YouTuber to say when it comes to car guys, don't do the search missions, but not doing the search missions is a mistake. The same like with the heists, right? Doing them. All it takes is one thing to go wrong, and the heist gets way harder. So you don't know what's going to happen with the guards, so sometimes you can be in a place where you don't think the guards see you, all of a sudden you get discovered. There's often that happen. If I'd have done the searching person becomes weapons, I'd have actually annihilated. So weapons and body armor are essential, especially if you're going through the drainage tunnel. Just so way you down on headshots, but some places that might be harder to do than others. So you don't just go by what people say. You actually look at your height and actually look at how good you are, and then go from there. Whatever you do, you're guaranteed to make more than what you would with doing the casino heist. So you go guaranteed payout, which you're going to get. What you can actually get is going to be $900,000. And that's what could was in these little safe thing. It was in the room. Nothing out either. Even the vehicle doesn't disappear. That version is more, there's a more powerful armoured version. The one you switch around. It's the same, but they boost the armour for the sail mission. It's like they get a lot more explosives in the regular version.
Hey, you made the sale. You got the money running through the tills, and in a minute you'll have receipts for everything. Minus the laundering fee, of course.
Hang on, the receipts for illegal sales. No, we don't want a receipt. If there was a new gun added. And it's this rifle thing. It's okay-ish. Okay, I actually used it, but to do some setups with when I actually did a cut for the paper drive, so I could actually sort of see how good it would be. Just for this time, you get using it against using weapons against NPCs most of the time. Well, if you play in this game, so you'll get any, so you have make any money, you're gonna have to shoot NPCs, and it's okay. All the gear for guns are going to be useful in different situations. Right, disband my organisation so that way the timer will stop. So you only have to pay the fee for your businesses every day. Finish your OMC, but that.
Alright, guys. Choice, eh? It's overwhelming, it.
That day only goes from time spent for the CEO or a Microsoft president, so that you may not register them. Time won't go up. You don't have to pay the fee as much. Oh yeah, I've probably got called back in my vehicle or anything. Yeah, so basic. You can actually change the spoiler on a new supercar. So that's what I did.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round.
Oh, right at the top. What? That's why I can't.
Okay, I got stuff to do.
Can't call it in. My personal 2's right there. What? What's going on? You know, I'm going to prove to you that you can actually make new sports car. Or AC has that problem with the spoiler. You can actually make it say which is
for some wheels?
like
I'm
a
Johnny on
normal
the spot. I'll hook you up.
car with just a regular spoiler.
I'll bring it by.
And I'm going to prove it. So I actually put a regular spoiler like on my vehicle. So hit the bag, I decided to put a regular spoiler on it. We don't know if putting it on actually fixes the bug, but it probably might do because there's already.
How's it going? Yo, hey.
Here we are. this is the only sports car. Basically, it's basically a $3 million vehicle if you haven't got a train price, but I was lucky and managed to get the mission. See now, the different spoiler is literally in the middle, where this stripe is. That's where your dynamic spoiler would be. Now, what? You know, when you add another spoiler, you know, we go, but I put a regular spoiler. Now watch, you will see. See, now braked. That did not go up and down. So when you put a regular spoiler on, it actually places the dynamic spoiler. See, so if you want to is watching, you should put a regular spoiler on it and retake it around cutting corners to see if that fixes the actual issue. Apart from NPCs getting away, I'm basically having no problem controlling this car basically at this speed. Seamless, but it's basically just hanging like any other downforce car with a regular spoiler basically handles. Just they're putting this on, this regular spoiler on, it's basically permanently replaced the dynamic spoiler. So could the bug issue from 2000 could just do what I've done be means maybe fixing it.
You nearly killed me!
I'm surprised he did automatically think of just doing that, since you had the problem just change it to a regular spoiler. Just the car handles a lot differently from what it did in that mission where I had to steal it when I drove it before I customized it. Handling feels completely differently. Obviously I'm hitting a lot of NPCs, but I got the train price. And the detail we need was whatever it's called. They put him in the Moonlock on the very first week. There's 2 missions. There's one where you had to deliver some surprise ceiling in a certain amount of time, and the other one's when you had to basically get the Xenos version of this car back. But if you do that version, use your Krieger. Don't just use a vehicle off the street like I did. Then I also expect to have a massive high-speed car chase. So it's designed. You literally can't shoot the driver from behind. Just that's a big problem. You got to be able to get up the side. So if you could shoot from behind, I would have managed to have done it a lot easier, but you can't. So I might have discovered I might have just single-handedly discovered the. Oh, right, just imagine if I'm right. Right, so system legs. You'd actually physically have to give me credit in his actual video. That would be good. That would be good for channel views and subscribers. No, that's the conspiracy. Yep. So it's only like 1/7 of miles per hour slower in top speed than a prior. With its dynamic spoiler on it. So if it's this issue, both in the regular spoiler. If you test it, would it have the tops? Would it affect the top speed? So sometimes bug issues that can't affect the top speed. Because obviously the dynamic spoiler isn't working properly, so it'd be funny if you put a Vegas boot on it, and it matched the player's top speed. Yep, the casino heist used to be the heist. I don't think the computer heist is actually going to replace the casino heist for most players. So there's a lot of players are still struggling with casino heist for now. And I know that for a fact. Just before we got the computer heist, I was attempting to do casino heists by going on call to try and help to see what actually be like since they're going on call. And basically, if you're going on call for that, do not expect it to go very well. It's literally just random. A lot of people trying to go in as pest control for some reason. I don't know why. Listen, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know Racey would know what I was doing because that's the first time I did it. Well, I did choose pest control. I wouldn't have a celebrity approach, I managed to do it. Yeah, I managed to do it kind of okay. Of course, the first time I did actually decide, I went in with 4 players, is it? Just like previous there. But no, that's only the first time, and the rest of the time we figured out tactics out, so we now managed to get down to doing the ghost approach and the compact would mean just one other person. The stealthy approach was basically the one where I had to use an extra person. Oh, my biggest heist. That was the casino house, going in loud, managed to clean out the whole vault in there. Somehow I actually clean out the entire vault. The biggest heist take ever was I'm going in loud. That was more profitable than even getting diamonds in a vault now. This diamond is not all to make it on paper they're most profitable, but sometimes in fact reality they're not. But this gold panthers thing you've done from the realize that's actually really quite valuable. So it's basically worth like $2 million, basically. With the cold case, you can do it solo. Plus, you already give anyone away, so you're gonna. Let's see if you go to his vault, his little safe vault thingy was in the wall. It's going to be something around $50,000 to $80,000 in it, so that.
Hey, is Connie working upstairs tonight? Just,
Kind of raised, but I've got who's got more other people, other players, I should say. You can get quite, and if you can get out there, there should be more enough to coat Pablo's tiny left feet. Plus, the setup cost is basically $25,000, and I think you'll find that's just roughly around the same sort of price of the casino heist. Like a priority. I know really passive. The hobby basically is the only true passive business. In the whole entire game. All you gotta do with that is literally one sell mission. That's it.
Okay, my friend, you want a popular club? You gotta know how to charm. A compliment here, a free bottle there, and there, and there. It's way more free bottles than compliments, which is why you're gonna get me a shipment of champagne.
Yeah, I'll get you a shipment of champagne.
That's great. Yeah, yes. I can come anytime for it. Actually, I don't speak Chinese fluently. I took a class in college. I can take more.
If you can call your submarine in and out of storage if you want. That's why you probably don't see them on the map all the time. Come on, presser. I think under pressure mode 2 is the best way of doing the helicopter search mission. Some of the time to do it so you're only going to manage to destroy 7 of the targets. 7 of the targets most depending on which locations you go to. There's 4 locations and you get multiple helicopters at each location. Because which is more better than using the helicopter. You give submarine, it's more better than using a laser to spread it. Because number 2's missiles will just instantly annihilate. Like, I was actually supposed to 2 the first time doing that such mission, and it was far more easier. And do you use the helicopter? So when you use helicopter, you end up having to get laser. I still really much, but it was way more. It was a horrible time. I basically got lucky because apparently there was a bug I didn't even know about. If you change the session, it automatically counts it successfully done. But they've patched that now. That no longer works. Of course, I didn't know that. About that, I had literally no idea that was even a thing. So you're supposed to see. You're watching this thing. I had no idea that even happened. It even took me surprise when it remotely counted all these still being done.
Walk away, man. See you around, dickhead.
Go. It's so slow, this vehicle. Your 2 pesos also do it, but then the money basically covers. You can go through quite a few wire without having to do it. It's not as bad as it used to be. But you want to make sure it's covered. These basically cover your daily fee for your nightclub. There's so many things. I was like, give me my free vehicle. Well, I should have one. Well, what is that doing? Even if you're on car pick out, anybody else in the lobby still shows up on the main thing. So basically, the Iron Teddy is in free roam, but also isn't in free roam. I actually tested that when I was actually went into did the set mission was actually in a fully occupied foot lobby, so I could see what actually happened if you actually went. What would actually happen, and the players and everything, all the locations you get coming from some leaves or die, that still happens. So technically, I was still in a free room session. Technically, in a way, the island is in free roam. You either got to do the Copenhagen prep to go there, or if you complete it, CIC, you've got to go to the airport and physically fly there. But technically, in a way, it's still in free roam. There was a big issue that evening. Feel free not to. You go to down when you're in a session with the players, and you will see yourself. That's how it works. Technically, Turbo Island technically is in free roam, and I know for a fact because I actually did it. The time I actually made first time I managed to successfully complete the Copenhagen prep mission. I was in the public session. It's like 25 people-ish in it, and all their name stuff was still. You could still see when you push down on the D-pad thing. So I know for a fact the island is actually in free roam. You just can't physically get there. We had normal methods. So they said, "Oh, but I've got physical life proof." And something that was physically streamed live cannot lie.
Fantastic! Champagne is gonna flow tonight. Hey, I know it's tacky, but I'm the king of tack. I'm Gay Tony, for God's sake. Tony Prince. That's me.
A lot of these big YouTubers, when they actually do their videos, it's pre-recorded. They don't. Quite a few of them actually do So what they make a video and they just upload it. So when you're watching it, it's something that's pre-recorded and already uploaded. They're not live uploading it. That's what I do most of the time. In fact, I think like every single GTI thing, well, I've done like the last 2 years since I've actually got good enough internet to do those things has all been live. I haven't really bothered taking normal videos. Just what's the point? You're finding I'll go through all the archive, but I don't have to. I can just press the stop live broadcasting, and it already goes through that process. You should already start it, and it will go through that process without when I'm doing other things. Just these streams, they don't actually show up in my video things to like 11 o'clock. 10 11 o'clock is tomorrow morning. They will show up in actually my videos. Well, actually the channel click actually sees him in his upload things. It'll be tomorrow. So YouTube does all that identity thing here, what it does with big uploads. Basically, when I'm basically going to be asleep. Yep, so basically, I'm going to call it a stream now, so see you in the next one.